All right, welcome to Spicy Conversations. Rick, Ellen, I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you doing the gauntlet. I look forward to hearing your answers.
Excellent.
All right, don't touch your eyes. First one, let's start it off. It's gonna go from here to here. Cholula. I love Cholula.
Is this the regular or the garlic?
It is the
Regular. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just like, people forget what it is, you know, because they don't put it on as much.
It is good. It's a good base. I'm just starting with for sure. Has a little bit of heat. Nice little tan.
So now food's in our stomach. I like the first conversation to always be about food. In the past 50 years, we've increased our technology, but do you think that we've increased our healthy habits in food quality?
No.
I think it's gone down.
It's just convenient.
I
Yeah.
think food looks shinier, prettier, bigger, juicier, but I bet a lot of the flavor has been lost over the years just with the mass production GMO or whatever it is.
Yeah. I agree. I think that it's hard to judge, like, you know, back 50 years ago when nutrition wasn't like available, like those stats and things like that. But you want to talk about, you know, people were like cooking at home, they weren't buying like frozen dinners, things like it makes it more difficult now, even though we think we're healthier, eating like avocado toast.
Yes.
It's just not a thing.
Well, they're probably growing it on their own in their soil. You know, now everything is bought.
Exactly.
Like we grow a little bit, but
Canning,
it's not.
saving it for a later date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2.
Okay.
This is Maplewood Smoked Onion Hot Sauce from Butterfly Bakery in Vermont.
Yeah.
You will get the onion flavor. Let's
Okay.
try it
Yeah.
out.
Wonderful.
Remember they had one they did with the Alchemist,
Oh,
and we had that one.
smells good.
Out of the whole lineup, Beast is probably my favorite. This is number 2 for me.
Very sweet. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're on the same wavelength as us. You have the two types of wing ears. How we do, normally like a corn on the cob, and then you have the people who split the bone, put it in the mouth, and just rake it right out.
It's disgusting.
I'm glad to see that.
All right. Number 2. Talking about both of you for a moment. If you think back, is there a defining moment in your life, you know, that's changed your course of like the rest of it?
I would probably say just the day that I got my license. It opened up the world to so many more things because I was kind of able to go out and do my own thing and kind of just, yeah. I think that would be.
Yeah. And you're a car person.
I am actually. You're right. It kind of led down to the road of me loving and being a car enthusiast and working with cars in one of my past careers, and you know, to this day, and hey, good.
What about you?
I don't have any. Is that horrible? Like I can't think of like a specific. I can't.
Maybe
even,
it's
like,
something that you think about later, and it'll just
Yeah.
pop in your head at night, and you'll be like, "Oh my god, you know, maybe this is the moment."
Yeah, that's horrible. Nothing I feel like is like, oh, this really set me on a course.
Well, remember that we were just talking the other night about that woman who gave you a chance.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She gave you a chance. You started
Right.
from the
Oh,
ground
yeah,
up
yeah,
in a position starting in the warehouse.
Inventory. Yeah. I was in inventory, wanted to go on to purchasing, and she didn't hire me. And a couple months later, she built a product development team. And then she gave me a chance and said, "Here you go. I'm going to start you out here." And 90 days, she gave me an awesome raise, and then it grew from there. And
Just gave you
That
that
was-
chance.
Yeah.
That's the start of my career. But I was so bummed with her at first of like not giving me the purchasing job. And then I realized she had a longer term of like, this isn't you, this is you.
Yeah.
You're not here to just buy shit, you're here to actually make.
Yeah. That's a tag team situation right there. First Spicy Conversations couple in the house. I love it. All right, number 3, Bravado Spice Co. Ghost Pepper Blue and Blueberry Hot Sauce.
Oh.
Turns it a little colorful.
Excellent.
Okay. already starting to feel it.
All right, number 3. I have a conspiracy theory that phones have to listen to us at this point. Is there a conspiracy theory that you two believe in that you have no like real foundation besides just believing in it? Hashtag birds aren't real.
Well, I mean, I definitely think that there are, let's say, the government probably does have some pull as to, let's say, even political. They want to gear it towards one agenda to help their program. They'll do everything possible to lead everything to that. Maybe JFK assassination,
Oh,
thing.
wow. Okay,
I mean,
okay.
Again, just theoretical.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no like proof that happened. There is that conspiracy theory that that's a thing and people did it.
But on the flip side,
Oh,
aliens, I don't believe that they're hiding anything about aliens or anything of that nature. So.
Okay.
Aliens. Of course there's aliens. What do you think, it's just us?
Aliens on this planet?
Well, you never know. Never know.
Okay, so that's the thing. Little X-Files. I love it. Men in Black style. Like,
third rock from the sun?
ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of good movies about that, or shows.
Men in Black.
Men in Black, K-Pax, which is a Kevin Spacey movie. Which if you haven't seen it, it's actually pretty good. Anyway. Number 4. Beast Feast Maine. It's made in Bridgeton.
Oh,
It's real close. This is my favorite hot sauce of this list. Very barbecuey.
Oh, smells awesome. That first bite is sweet. Barbecue.
It's like a hiccup.
Awesome.
All right, number 4. Talk about time. There's been a lot of historical events in our history. Whether it's Jesus being born or Caesar and the Roman Empire, whatever. Closer, Lincoln, all these things. But there's hopefully a lot of events that are to come. If you had the remote that could go forward or past, which way would you choose? Would you rather see an event that maybe has happened that you'd be interested in? Or would you rather see something that no one's ever seen before because you're going in the future? And
I guess the answer would be either visiting the past or being in the past, like as.
But you can't go back.
Okay.
You're one-way ticket.
Okay.
I don't know, I just added that. It's a little fun.
Yeah,
Sure. A little fun
And
difference.
do you go with what you have now?
Ooh.
Or do I go like
You
now
bring-
with my phone?
Well, your phone.
Well, that's not going to charge.
Okay, it's not gonna charge, but it's not gonna.
And there's
be
not going to be a cell phone.
Yeah. Or a cell phone tower. I didn't even think about that, yeah. You get to play Snake.
I'm afraid to go to the future of like, I think about like my mother and how different it is.
Even
Like,
100
how
years ago.
They can't comprehend just basic, we're so modern now. I can't imagine in even 100 years, like what it's gonna be like.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like I'd want to go back. I'm not sure to exactly what, but I think going back in time would be kind of neat. And because it's kind of like what happened versus it's the unknown. But also, I don't know, I feel like it's drop you in somewhere where like everything is so much more advanced and you're where you're at.
Yeah.
It'd be like being in a coma forever and then just.
Being like, oh my god,
I'd feel like a person that comes into my store, some of the older generation, which don't understand like an iPhone right now. Because their technology, that's all happened really quick within the past 20 years, let's say. Skip forward into the future, and even at our age, I mean, the technology, if it keeps advancing, it's be a similar thing, even though we're young and.
All right, last of the first 5. Hellfire Detroit Bourbon Habanero Ghost Pepper. It says, taste no evil.
Well, this looks like it's coated with evil.
Yeah, it looks hella evil. Do I take a small bite?
Flavor on this?
I don't.
I can feel it.
Yeah. I just breathed in like really badly. There's a lot of classic movie series out there. Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, like Divergent series. There's a lot, right? What do you think creates like that stardom? That like universal, everyone just like likes this and wants it to like continue.
Example, Curtis.
Huh?
An example.
Okay, an example. I mean, I love a Harry Potter. Harry Potter is like Universal Studios. People still read the books. People still like watch the movies. There's like a whole like theme park at this point, and it's just like it's just a story about a boy who like had his parents die. Like cool. Like there's a lot, you know. Angela's Ashes is like a movie. It's like a book that has the same premise, but just didn't get wizard part of it. But like, why are they? But like, why are people obsessed? Why do you think people are obsessed? At least. It's not really. I mean, for most people, it's not relatable. Like to be, you know.
I think it's so fantasy, but it's still like the overlap. You've got the underdog and some, you know, the wizardry. What was his buddy there? The redhead, and then you know we've got kind of I don't know, dweeby type guys, but they're these wizards.
Yeah.
And I think by doing that, it kind of appeals to. You've got so many different levels of people that it's going to appeal to, and maybe because of my eyes in the water.
Don't touch your eyes.
No, I know.
Don't do it.
Because it's so fantasy, but it's still some parts that are relatable or understandable. Like it's not so far out there, but no. What do you think there, Ricky? Here it comes.
Oh, the eyes water. You use this so you can
Yeah.
so you can at least like you know your hands will be like more useful.
Oh, you brought those tissues.
Would you like some?
Yeah.
Well, let me grab some more napkins.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yes, thank you. Did you think about it, Ricky? Okay.
I think just fascination.
Or even let's relate to something like a video game, like Halo. Halo is a generation like there have been so many series out there, but what's made that game so much more popular than you know, like Candy Crush or something? I don't know.
Yeah, why do you love Call of Duty and Forza over some of those other red?
The games I typically like to play are something I can jump into, and then they're just fun. They're fun. It's like a good book, I guess. You're gonna read a good book because it's a good book and you enjoy reading it. It's not a chore. Call of Duty, Horizon, let's say something you can just jump into easy. But then you have Battlefield, which is more realistic. Lots of time getting to the area, and then harder to kill the person, and then you're dead, and then you're starting way back, and you got to work yourself back in. For people that don't have a really big attention span, it's you know, it's something you can just jump into and have fun. And it's very easy to do, easy to play. I'm in the middle of reading. I'm in the middle of reading the Hamilton book.
Oh yeah.
You know the
big one?
biography.
Yeah.
And
It's by your bedside.
I started that probably almost a year ago.
Yeah.
It's a great book,
But it's
but a lot of information, a lot of material. You really have to sit down and go at it for like an hour at a time to really get yourself back into the book. Where, you know, a simple book like Ready Player One,
Love Ready Player One.
Great. I got Ready Player 2. I haven't started reading it yet, but those
Ready
are
Player One.
but those are really easy books. It's something you can just go and just light reading, and it's nothing you really have to think about, but a good book that you can envision everything in your head of what's going on, and I kind of enjoy those things where you don't have to really sit down and get really into it before you're enjoying it.
Yeah. Number 6, To Bomb Beyond Insanity. This is the first time I've had this hot sauce on a wing. It is going to be warm.
Oops.
Don't touch your eyes.
Okay.
Your pick.
Oh.
Look right up the nose.
Yeah. It does.
How is that number 6?
Come on, babies.
Keeping on the movie theme, Jurassic Park or Jumanji, which one do you last longer in?
Jumanji.
Jumanji. A comedy.
Why?
It's funny. It's funny. Easy, again, another light movie.
Why are you? No, you're in the world.
Oh! So I've been watching how long you
In the world.
Yeah, still, I don't want to be with dinosaurs. I think Jumanji, a lot about the crazier things, but most that would be it.
Well, considering that most of the people died in Jurassic World, that's right.
It's true.
Chances are probably pretty grave that you'll survive.
And I might be able to meet The Rock in Jumanji.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, the new ones.
Yeah.
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 I'll find him.
He's gonna be in Jurassic Park at some point too.
I think they're coming out with a Call of Duty movie and he's going to be the lead.
Yeah, I think that's because they did Halo, so now they're like.
Wait, what about you? Which one?
So I picked Jurassic Park, and here's why. Before everything goes to crap and the electrical wires go down, this was a theme park. Like, maybe just don't be stupid, you know? Maybe don't have someone who's overly ambitious that like wants to do crazy stuff, or like don't hire a dude that just like shuts down the grid. You know? There you go. I now just like get to look at dinosaurs. Anyway. Melinda's ghost pepper wing sauce and condiment.
Yeah.
Creamy style.
Oh. If my tears hit my mouth, it'll cool it off.
The rest until maybe 10 is like not as hot. Question number 7. America and the world at this point is at a really big tipping point. We're at in America we're at a separation of classes is becoming growing more and more. But right now Ukraine and the Russian border are happening. What are you more worried about at this moment?
I'm worried about crazy Kim Jong-un. What that little is going to do.
Okay. Why?
I think he's a lot of talk, but who knows what it's going to take him to just kind of say, heck with it. Just push the button.
Yeah, that's fair.
China.
China has a lot of issues.
China they own most of the United States at this point. Business, land, companies.
Yeah.
Export. Exporting stuff out of their country to ours.
Yeah.
Cutting off that supply chain. Just like what we're dealing with right now. During COVID, our supply chain is being cut from products that are being produced overseas.
Yeah.
If this was a permanent thing, it'd take a lot for us to get up to the point where we could make
People would start taking a lot less money because they would have to have anything be equally similar in price.
Yep, for sure. What was that TV show where what if the Nazis did win
Oh
the
yeah,
World War, and they come over to the United States and they have one half of the United States and then China has the other half.
Interesting.
What
Interesting. But yeah.
I'm sure, yeah, the whole Ukraine-Russia thing is a little scary, but I feel like what's going on now with the U.S., we've become so separated. Like, I don't know how this whole COVID,
How do we come back?
how do we ever come back to, like, that whole last presidential election? Never would have thought it would have been, our president incites a riot to take out, it's just crazy.
Things have changed forever.
Mm-hmm.
Working from home. I mean, most people will never go back into an office. Life has changed as we know, and it will continue to change.
And then how does that affect everything down the road of you're not as social, people aren't doing it as much together, people that are probably antisocial have an easy way to kind of hide out, work from home, stay at home. But I just think there's such a separation now of, I don't know how racism became acceptable and the whole police brutality and all this other stuff, just crazy how it's coming to light. It's been happening forever. It's coming to light, but it just feels like it's getting worse and definitely separating just the people.
All right. Number 8.
Okay.
Megalodon's Carolina Reaper, the spicy shark. Eat the heat. Carolina Reaper is be careful. I just don't want you to be over here really struggling.
Yep.
This is a good one.
Ladies first.
That one looks like it doesn't have much on it. I'll give it to you.
Another great flavor on the first bite. Awesome.
I love this one.
Yeah. Excellent flavor.
Yeah.
The heat's there.
Oh, you'll see it. Gets worse. I'm an animal lover. You can hear my dog in some of the videos. You can probably see him, wandering around. But I think about this. If animals could just talk, would people just instantly switch to being vegetarian or vegan? Or would you just hope that some person would just slaughter these animals that could talk and you would just not deal with the consequences and just eat meat like normal?
All animals?
Yeah.
All animals can talk.
Yeah, like a cow, it's normal. I guess most animals could, yeah.
That's a tough one. I probably wouldn't be able to eat it, yeah.
I probably wouldn't be able to as well.
No, I can have a conversation with it.
But you don't have conversations with cows now.
No, I had a conversation with my cat and they talk back and I'd never even think of eating them.
Well, yeah, okay. I guess they talk, man.
I mean...
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I would be. I would just be like, you know what, I'm done with eating meat. It's not worth it.
And I'd probably be okay with that, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get the sustenance and, I've grown to like the taste of meat. So.
Yeah, as we're eating wings right now. It's fortunate. We'd have to switch to cauliflower.
No, thank you.
No cauliflower?
No, sir.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right.
Imagine how loud the world would be with all of the animals talking.
That'd be rough.
Imagine the morning instead of just the birds going tweet, tweet, tweet. They'd be crazy. The squirrels, the chipmunks, the woodpeckers.
Yeah. There'd be a lot less of them because people would just murder them for talking so much. Shut up! I'm trying to sleep. All right, number 9. Elijah's Extreme handcrafted ghost pepper sauce. Father and son made. They actually send you a nice box with a gift, with a nice card saying I appreciate your business. It is fantastic and probably my favorite unboxing of a hot sauce. North Carolina. They have one hotter than this, but I didn't get it because it just seems like it's brutally hot. but this one is their second hottest.
Okay.
Figured. Smells good.
Flavor here, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Struggling? Whew. All right, number 9. Charisma is one of those desired traits. Usually people that are charismatic are the center of attention in a room. But do you ever think that they're burdened by being the center of attention and the fact that when they're in a bad mood, they might bring down people, just like they can uplift people when they're in a good mood?
Probably. And everything. Like, think about if, like, they're having a bad hair day or, something, I don't know, just about, like, different things. You get some acne or whatever. You're the center of attention and you can't ever hide it, you know? You're always just in front of people and, yeah.
Much like celebrities, you can pretty never get away. Your life is public, so...
And I guess if you have that huge of a following, you can definitely sway people one way or another.
Or let's say you just don't want to. You want to be left alone, and then you start snapping at people who are around you.
Child of love.
Right. It happens.
It does happen. Number 10. The last and final wing. We have made it. It's Matsuka's, I think, Trinidad Scorpion Pepper Salsa Picante. It is very hot. There isn't too much on here, but you will taste the flavor. Let's do it. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh man.
First time I had this one, I was hiccuping like crazy because it was so hot. Because we just like cooked it. Made it extra hot. Feel nothing? You just
The bomb, just toasted,
interesting.
but I can still taste it. Very nice flavor.
Here's the final question. I think it should be as spicy as our mouth feels. If you were to define hatred in your own words, how would you define it?
Hatred. Let's see. Unwarranted harassment, negativity. I guess that's one of the biggest things I think about is it's like people that hatred could be based on there's no actual reason. It's just someone just has that deep anger in them and it doesn't really matter what it is that's going to tip them off. It's just...
When I think of hatred, somebody producing hatred is they probably hate themselves. They probably hate themselves and they're going to just project that on other people to hopefully, validate themselves.
I love it. That is the final and last answer to Spicy Conversations. I appreciate both of you doing this. I look forward to trying it again at some point. Maybe with some different hot sauces, maybe season 2, maybe season 3, I don't know. Let's try it out. Any last words?
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you. It was great.
Cool.
Yeah.
It was great.